Right boys, here we go, episode 9 of my career mode series here with Solihull Moors, utilising my National League mod. Now, you are going to have to bear with me with this episode because unfortunately I'd already recorded the footage when in fact I'd got a problem with my microphone and the settings that had been going on there. But in this episode we're going to face off against Wrexham away, we'll then go away to Dagenham and Redbridge, next up is Ebbsfleet at home, and then last up we have Sutton away. Right guys, so it's become immediately apparent that I cannot use the audio from this particular footage. So, in this one we're facing off against Wrexham at the Racecourse Road. And honestly, I'm really disappointed because I did have some belting commentary moments throughout this particular recording. But as we see there, Lance Allen, who's made his way back into the squad here against Wrexham, managed to steal the ball away. He's got himself down the wing there, pushing the ball on, cuts back inside, looks onwards, and he finds Peterson. He fires it across the field. Fredrickson knocks it off again, and the referee has given us a penalty. I don't know what he's playing at, to be honest, because we've got the shot away with McGee. Yes, fair enough, the players come in afterwards and really clouted him, but for me that is not a penalty. Nonetheless, Nystrom has picked up the ball, he's taken responsibility here, and he'll put it down to his wide right. Let's hope he can convert this one, which he does. The Swede taking advantage and pulling Solihull ahead here on the road. Lovely little chip ball there through for Fredrickson, who cuts inside and obliges that lovely ball over the top into Nystrom, who quickly feeds it off to Peterson, and there's a little bit of a clip there from the defender, but it comes through to Lance Allen and he absolutely smashes that. What a goal by Lance Allen. And yeah, he's really showing the reason as to why he has got his place back there on the right hand side. Start our build-up play again on the left-hand side here with McGee striding forward, tries to play it in early to Nystrom. He doesn't pick up on it, but does get the second ball. Feeds into Peterson, and Peterson with a lovely little ball through to Nystrom, who completes this third goal within 30 minutes. What a absolutely banging performance here from Solihull in the first half. Not long to go now in this first half, just 3 minutes of time added on as the keeper lumps one downfield, and great there by Max Allen as usual. This is now fed off to Fredrickson. We've got a man over in Nystrom in the centre, he cuts back. Oh, it's a tame effort for what is actually his hat-trick as Lance Allen also pulls the trigger and it goes wide. But we go into half-time with a 3-0 advantage over Wrexham, and we must be happy at this stage. Just a few minutes into the second half here with a throw-in from Lance Allen. Knocks it out to Peterson, who fires one inboard. Fredrickson, pulls the trigger and the keeper comes to Wrexham's rescue there. It will be a corner, but what a fabulous strike here from the Swede on his left peg, and the keeper has to turn that round the post. Okay, so you join me in the 71st minute, and we've kind of just been toying with Wrexham over the last sort of 10 to 15 minutes as we break forward here with Nystrom. He gets clear, slots it across the face of the goal. It's a really sweaty one, but we will take it. That is now 4-0 in this one as Fredrickson gets himself on the score sheet, and he's joined by the two other Swedes. Defending doesn't really get much of a say on this series, but as you can see here, great footing by Campbell, and Allen has been fabulous this year. As we cut away to Rafferty, who's just entered the fray, he's pulled away from the defenders, lovely. He's going to cut this one back to the edge of the box, and it's Peterson waiting, and he absolutely smashes that top corner. That's it, we have the trifecta. All three Swedes I've got on the score sheet. Peterson, Nystrom has got himself two actually, and Fredrickson, and 5-0. What a result, guys, what a result. Right guys, here we go. Time for some scout reporting, and we've got Johan Magnusson, who's out in Djibouti, has found Hamed Khalid, got a potential of 50 to 68. We will continue to monitor him going forward though. We then move out to Farhan Silano, who's got a potential of 47 to 63. Again, on the report for the 2 months, we will monitor him going on. We've then got Ahmed Damek, 50 to 68, left-footed, could be a various amount of positions. And then we move on to the most promising on the list, which is Ahmed Shamaki, 18-year-old goalkeeper with a potential of 66 to 94. So hopefully we can bring him through into the youth academy, and maybe he will become our second string goalkeeper. Next up, we've got Kulok, potential of 53 to 77, and he is an attacking player. He's another left-footed player, and we will monitor him as we go into the next month. Okay, so next up we have got Oliver McDonald, our 2-star scout who's out in Jamaica, and he's found us a striker here in the form of Courtney Jones. Now, his potential isn't particularly high, but he is technically gifted, so we will continue to monitor his progress going forward. We then move on to Dwan Patterson. His potential is high, 68 to 90. He will be a defender and 18 years of age, so we might well be able to bring him straight into the team. And note, he's also right-footed, which is actually something that's quite a bit of an anomaly with youth academy players this year. Next up, we've got Derek Simon, 53 to 71. Nothing special, but we will monitor him just to see if he comes through. And then we've got Benjamin Charles, 70 to 92. Again, more of a defensive player and somebody that we will obviously endeavour to look at closer in the 3rd month of this report. Solomon Abbott, 53 to 73. Again, a defensive player, but potentially somebody that could come out to be quite a decent player. Denzel McLean has a potential of 52 to 72, and again right-footed, but he is an attacking player by the looks of his positioning. Curtis Mitchell, 51 to 69, not a fantastic potential, but he might develop into something better. As would Eddie Patterson, 55 to 79, more of a defensive player, left-footed, and quite a tall one at that. Jonathan Adams, 49 to 69 potential, left-footed, 6'2". More of a defensive player again by the looks of it, but we will monitor him as we then take a look at Andre Thomas, who is a goalkeeper, 57 to 83 overall, and again could be vying for that 2nd spot in the first team. Okay, so Ian Kennedy's out in Senegal and he's not having such a good time of it, but he has managed to find Idrissi Endri here, 14 years of age with a potential of 57 to 83. I have a feeling that will drop away sharply, but we'll still monitor him going forward throughout the rest of this report. Next up we have Chek Fay. He's a goalkeeper with a potential of 51 to 71, 6'2". We will monitor him. We are looking for another goalkeeper. Kossi Haba, 53 to 77, will be a forward player by the looks of it, with only the right back as the other option, and we'll monitor him going into the rest of this report. Last up, we've got Chek Daggio, and he's on here because, again, we are looking for a goalkeeper, but his potential is particularly low, 44 to 64, and I don't think he'll survive going through into the youth academy. Right, here we go, 2nd game of the episode, and in this one I'm going to use an unchanged lineup as we face off against Dagenham and Redbridge at Victoria Road. No real magic to talk about in the early opening phases of this game. It's been a lot of midfield battling as Dagenham come forward now. That's a lovely ball slipped through into the box, but Sanderson with a lovely interception and a nice lobbed through ball away has now set us free. Straight through the middle of the park, but we're looking for support. It's fed off to Fredrickson here. One more, and please, one more again. Yep, that's it, out to Rafferty. He cuts back inside, he's looking for support, and it's intercepted. Okay, so another 10 minutes have flashed by with the intense battle that's going on in midfield here, and Dagenham once again getting themselves free and clear in the box there with a header that they should have done a lot better with. It's a fantastic ball that's whipped into the cross. It crossed in there from the wide right, and the striker was free and clear and puts it over. Some nice build-up play in the middle of the park here as Kennedy feeds the ball off to Peterson, who then finds Nystrom, and Nystrom just trying to jink around his man. He's got inside of him, gets the shot away, and it's hit the post. Ball comes back out here, Max Allen chases it back and does Max Allen things. The defender is an absolute beast as we build another attack here. Lance Allen now into Nystrom. Lovely turn, skips around the defender, finds Peterson, it's a sweaty one, and Fredriksson combines with his two fellow Swedes to grab us yet another goal. And as you can tell, we have put a new set of boots on Fredriksson for this game. He's well deserved that as we go 1-0 up here against Dagenham Redbridge. What a fantastic ball that is, and the work ahead of that by Nystrom is fabulous. It's sweaty from Fredriksson, but we'll take it. We start to build out from the back here with Cockerell Mollet, who makes a lovely little back heel off, and it's now up to Nystrom. He's holding that defender off. Fabulous little player Nystrom has become. Lovely through ball here for Fredriksson. Oh, and he just can't squeeze it past the keeper. That will be the last effort of this half. Kennedy under pressure here, lays the ball off out to Fredriksson, and Fredriksson knocks it off to Cockerell Mollet, who's lost possession, and he's now well out of position as Dagenham come forward with it. He can't catch the Dagenham player, and it's a lovely ball into the box, and there we go, 1-1. We are now forced to chase this game, having given up possession in Dagenham's half and not able to catch that winger. It's been all Dagenham in this second half as we've been unable to do much with the ball as they come forward once more here on the left hand side, allowed into the box. We try to shadow that across, comes back out to the edge of the box, reverse ball in, and they've undone us. It looked offside to me, but the referee and the linesman haven't given it, and we now find ourselves having gone 1-0 up in this game, chasing a 2-1 deficit. And there we have it, the full-time whistle. We couldn't create anything more than a few half chances after Dagenham went 2-1 up, and unfortunately they've beat us here as we tried to get a result on the road. Chin up though, we were good in patches and we did win 5-0 in that first game. So guys, we move, and it's a midweek game with the rain lashing down here at Damson Park as we face off against Ebbsfleet United, and I've had to make a series of changes going into this one as, to be quite frank, we have got a lot of fatigue. Chased our tail for the first nearly 10 minutes of this game, and Ebbsfleet are starting to edge their way in as they come forward in this attack, and once again they've managed to get through, and Sanderson doesn't follow the run of the striker, and that it leads to calamity, and yet again we find ourselves at the behest of our opposition, who go up to their fans in the away stands and celebrate. It's been a really lacklustre performance as the second string squad here try to get us back into this one. Rafferty now coming forward with it, cuts back, looks for Jackson. He tries to wriggle some room in the box, and unfortunately his shot is not good enough either. Andrews now on the ball, trying to pick this game up by the scruff of its neck, feeds it off, and we've now found some space here out on the left hand side, feed it into the box, it comes into Jackson, and Jackson cannot turn it in, the keeper having a sterling game. Right, I gave the boys a bit of a rocket at half time, and now we have possession here with Moran, comes inside, hits it straight at the keeper though, but he still gets another bite at the cherry here, lays it off to Cockerell Mollet off to Rafferty. He takes a pop now, but the keeper is able to wrangle that away. Andrews once again trying to pull the strings in midfield there, knocks the ball off to Rafferty, and Rafferty with a lovely raking ball out to Phillips here out on the right hand side. He cuts in onto his favoured left hand foot and he's got it into the box. We've hit the bar. Can you believe it? So we've been pushing hard in this second half, but that keeps exposing us to the attacks from Ebbsfleet. As we can see, they're coming away down the right hand side here, and Cockerell Mollet is absolutely dead on his feet, as is Ennis ahead of him, and they've hit the bar. Sanderson able to get that clear, but we're still having to understand the press that they're putting up against us as we come away with the ball once more. Jackson here tries the overlap, but Ebbsfleet are easily picking that off all day long as Hill spreads the ball out wide left now, stretching us as they try to get forward here, Ebbsfleet. And we've kind of allowed them in behind. Ball into the box. What a header. Look at that header from distance. There's nothing that we can do about that kind of finish, to be honest. The keeper just looked at it as if to say, what am I supposed to do with that? Okay, perhaps time for one last attack as we come forward here, trying to search for a consolation goal, but Nystrom is dispossessed. He'd come on along with a couple of the other first team players to try to bring the result back in our favour. Unfortunately, we've gone down 2-0 at home, and the home fans are not happy with that. The boos ring around Dagenham Park. Okay, here we go, heading into the last game of this episode as we face off against Sutton United here, away at the Borough Sports Ground. It's been a really lacklustre opening phase to this game, but 24 minutes in and we've got a goal here from Sutton. I was about to say a corner, but as soon as I look up, we've got Sutton having a header on goal, free and clear, and I don't know what's happened, so let's have a look at the replay. The ball comes in towards the back post, and unfortunately we can't get the ball away from the Sutton player, even though we've got two players around it, and he just manages to, it's a weird animation, but he's managed to get his head on it, and Kelly has got beaten at his near post. Okay, so we're starting to flex our muscles here as Fredrickson holds the ball up. It's now into Peterson. He drives one at the keeper, but it has gone around with the keeper's assistance. Okay, so the intent here is quite clear to see as we come out from half-time. Fredrickson now trying to expose the defence, and he has, in combination with Nystrom, as he picks his spot, puts it past the keeper, and it was three players involved there. The Swedish trio combining to get us back on level terms here against Sutton. Sutton here putting pressure on us once again, but Peterson breaks up the play exceptionally well and gets it out to Lance Allen. He slows play down and then feeds it through to Nystrom. He's away, he hasn't got the pace though, he's tired, but he's been brought down by the Sutton player and he is right on the edge of the box. He was the last man. Anderson is surely going for an early bath, and he is. The referee doesn't need VAR to make that decision for him. He is off the field of play. Okay, so it is Nystrom setting up. Can we score a free kick finally? He does kind of half dummy the keeper there with that effort as he went to go for the top corner and then came across it. And the keeper tries to distribute it quickly, which has allowed us to get back on the ball. Down to 10 men. Can we capitalise? Try and feed that through, but it doesn't quite make its way in. It's into Nystrom again, and he's been challenged on the edge of the box once more. And we picked up another free kick. If only we were good at free kicks, as Nystrom sets up to take another effort. He's going to try and set that out wide right once more. Can't get the controller to stay in the right position. And we just lob it up over the top of the wall, but it's not enough. The keeper quite clearly able to deal with that as the final whistle goes 1-1. Okay guys, so there we have it, another episode done and dusted, and it was a really good start to the episode. As you can see, we took out Wrexham 5-0, we then went on and lost to Dagenham 2-1 and to Ebbsfleet 2-0, and we rounded that out with a 1-1 draw at Sutton. So a bit of a mixed bag, exceptionally good performance on the Wrexham side of things, and that has left us down in 11th position, which, as we know, we're searching for a mid-table finish, walking way off into the distance. So hope you've enjoyed this episode. If you have, don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe to the channel if you are new around here. I'll see you next time.